Sit down as if to make the same song now.
One of my memories of Dad that I really love, it's just like short, and I'm sure it's one that I share with all of the sisters, but I just remember driving in the car with Dad and his leather gloves with Earth, Wind, and Fire playing on the radio, and Dad singing along in his highest pitch voice. And I remember that, and we'd all argue over who got to wear the leather gloves after Dad. And that was one of my favorite memories of Dad.
Another favorite thing about you, Dad, is you're one of the only people I know who thinks you are as funny as I think I am. My favorite memories are you laughing so hard at something that you said, and I picked up on that because we're hilarious. One event in particular, the dog incident with Abby and the flip-flop in France. I'll never forget how hard you were laughing, and anytime that you just get hysterical is the best time of my life.
Some of my favorite memories with Dad would probably have to be when we were little. Emily and I were smaller, and we all got kind of matching outfits on with Dad. He's wearing khakis and a white shirt, and we all got that on and wore our little helmets, and we're on the red Vespa. And I remember that was so fun, going on Vespa rides with Dad and hanging out, and he was just so fun and funny. That was one of my favorite memories with him. He's super awesome and super hardworking and just great. He's a great dad, and he's always working on something or trying to do something fun, even when he's working on a hard thing. He has a great funny personality. Even if he teases me sometimes, it's really good to have that spirit, and I think that's helped me a lot with my work, because I think, well, I'm not a worker, but when I'm doing my ad things, I remember to have fun with it and not get too serious, and I think I learned that from my dad, which is something I'm really lucky that I have him. So yeah, that's one story.
You said about when Abby was little.
We talk a lot about the fact when I was little that you used to call me hamster.
And now I call her hamster.
Rose has really picked up on that nickname, and I want to say thank you. We appreciate it. Love you.
Another one of my very favorite memories of Dad is when I was in high school, and I had my friend Callie over, and our family was just messing around. And then we all started doing handstands, and Dad decided that he was going to show us his handstand, and so he just placed his hands right on the ground and then just hoisted his body up to so much strength. And it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen, because I've never seen anyone do a handstand up like that outside of the Olympic male gymnastics team. And it was just funny. It was just a fun time that we were all just hanging out, and Dad was just funny and also showed how strong he was. I don't know, it was funny.
Hi Dad, happy birthday. One of my favorite memories is, it's not one particular time, but it's just a habitual occurrence from our childhood, and it was driving around and having you jump out of the car, climb over fences, go in people's yards, just checking out new building materials, new lots, looking at Ivory Home stuff. That was really cool, and that's something that I've always remembered. You're passionate about your work, and that's something that I hope to be.
Hi, Claudia. Happy birthday. I'm going to issue. I want to tell you some few memories for your birthday. Remember Sparky, and remember Red Ross, they used to call me, and especially remember those days when you bought the gas station. But we still love you. Favorite sister, how was that?
Perfect.
I also have a very vivid memory of Dad when we went to New York City with him when he was speaking at the Builders Conference, and I just was sitting by Mary Kate and Faith, and we all just were so proud of Dad, and just realized how incredible he is and how smart he is, and it was cool to see that he's a big fish no matter where he goes, and how many people came up to Dad after and said that they were watching his company and were impressed by what he was doing. And we always knew our dad was the smartest guy and the hardest working, but it was really cool to see how much he's admired by these other business owners, and also it was just fun to get to go with Dad to New York, and we got to see other sites and hang out and spend some time.
One of my favorite things that we would do with Dad, though, were probably when he'd tell us, he'd tell Emily and I when we were little these stories, like at night. I'm forgetting what they're called, but it was so funny because he would always be so tired that they wouldn't make any sense. He would say, all these random things, and we would just laugh so hard. And it was so fun and funny, and I just remember him tucking us in a lot when we were little, and how cool that is, because I don't think a lot of dads do that. And just telling us stories and talking, even after he was so tired and had the longest day, he would do this, which I'm thinking about now is so awesome. And he just always made sure to think about us, which I really did mean a lot to me and everyone he probably deals with. He always makes sure they feel like they're getting attention, which is good.
Hi, Dad. One of my favorite memories with you is when you used to tell us Edmundo stories every night when we'd go to bed. Those are my very, very favorite stories about Naughty Edmundo and how he would build an aquarium in his basement and have sharks and just do weird things. And I loved that you would spend that much time with us every night and think about us. And it was so fun. You're the best.
Hi, Clark. I remember when you were so supportive of your sis growing up, school and that kind of stuff. You can do it.
You're the best.
You're the best.
What's going on?
Because I can't crease my shoes. I can't crease them.
I also really like that all my memories with my dad are pretty hilarious. I can think of so many times that he's done the funniest things, even if sometimes I was a little bit oh my gosh, seriously, he's so funny. I remember running with him in New York, and I literally was dying, but I couldn't get lost in New York all by myself, and he just kept running, and I was like, okay, and I just went so hard. And then I remember I was so sick after we went running, which was the worst, but it was just the funniest thing that I just kept up with him, and he was just gonna keep going till he hit the park. And I think that probably says a lot about him too, that he just always is going, and sometimes it's hard for everyone to stay and catch up with him, but when we do, it's worth it. I turn that into an analogy, but he really is so funny and fun, and there's so many times where he brings light to our family. I feel when we're all kind of down on ourselves, he brings this spirit of joking and fun to our family, and I think a lot of the reason why we're kind of funny is from him. Even though I'm not very funny in our family, people think I'm funny outside of it, so I'm the quiet one in the family, but then I steal all their jokes and go out. But he's a great dad, and I'm so lucky to have him, and I want him to have the best birthday. Love you.
We love you, Dad. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You're 51. Happy birthday.